guys, welcome back to my channel. And have you ever wondered what kind of jobs foreigners can get in Iceland? And today, I'm gonna be sharing to you every job I had, how much they paid, what they really like, and what I learned from those jobs. So for a quick background, I'm from the Philippines, so that's outside EU. I came here in Iceland year 2018 on a tourist visa. After having the tourist visa, after I came here in Iceland, I applied for residency permit. And that residency permit, it took 6 months for me to get Kenitala. Kenitala is like the national security number here in Iceland. Most companies actually require Kenitala for you to be able to work in Iceland. The reason why I tried a lot of different jobs in Iceland is because, of course, I needed to survive in Iceland. Iceland is a very expensive country. I needed to finance myself. So the first job I had in Iceland was an NPA job. If you don't know NPA, so NPA is a company in Iceland that caters to people who are disabled. So I worked with an old person with an MD. So if you don't know what MND is a group of rare neurological disorders that progressively damage motor neurons, the nerve cells that control muscle movement. So basically, the person that I was taking care of, he was paralyzed from waist down and he couldn't speak. I found this job through my husband actually, because he was working for this person before, so he referred me to this person, and then I started as a part-timer. I took the job like a month after staying here in Iceland. So the reason why I quit the job was because I couldn't speak any Icelandic at all, maybe just good and dying, which is very difficult because the person cannot speak, right? And the person actually cannot speak English. There were like funny moments such as when he pooped his pants and I had to like change it. It was so hard for me to explain myself like too dirty pants. I feel so embarrassed and it's funny at the same time whenever I remember those times. I only remember the word slime and buksur. So in Icelandic, buksur is pants and slime is actually, it's for a person when the person is not behaving good. Only remember that slime is bad. So I was like, slime buksur. So it was like, huh? So basically, I was saying that the pants was behaving bad because it had poop. Funnier when you understand when you're Icelandic, I guess. I quit myself because, I felt like the person needed somebody else who would actually like really care. I mean, I took care of him, but like in a communicative level, like it would be hard. The person cannot speak, plus he cannot understand English. It would be difficult for him to even ask for anything. The salary, so after tax, I had like it was part-time, like maybe few times a week, maybe 2 times a week, 6 shifts per month, around 250,000 is after tax. So that was really a great pay already as a start. I was like, yes, I'm gonna shop and then I'm gonna travel. So the next job I had was waitressing and a cook in a restaurant. So I found this job on Facebook, I think. Then I got the job. I went there on the first day. So basically the main job that I had to do was waitressing, taking people's orders. I was shocked that when I started, I was not only doing waitressing, but I was also obligated to help the chefs like cook. I was like, it was too much. They actually had me try making pizza the first day, so I tried it, and then people kept asking like, so do you like the job? And I was like, yes, I like the job. But the funny thing is, like, during break time, I went home, I called, sorry, I quit, I don't like it. So yeah, that was the shortest time I was employed. It was like 4 hours. I'm laughing because that was embarrassing. Like they asked me many times, I could have said, but like, I was like maybe shy. People pleaser. That was so funny. Like, okay. They asked me many times like, how is the job? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yes, I like it. I like it so much. But then after 4 hours, I guess, no, I don't like it. It was really a long time, like from 2018 that time. So I think I was only paid for per hour is 2,800 is, just think about that, 2,800 times 3 minus tax. The reason why I did not like the job was like, it was too much for me. Like, I just couldn't see myself like waitressing at the same time running back to the kitchen and cooking for the people. Like, no, can you just give me just one job, please? Next job that I had was housekeeping and breakfast server in a hotel here in Hafnarfjörður. Where did I find this job? I found this job on Facebook also. So people like to post things on Facebook. I will show a screenshot here, like what paid people usually post. I sent an email and, hey, I would like to try this job. They actually answered instantly. As you can see, the first 3 jobs I've had, it was easy to find. Just connection, just Facebook. The salary, it wasn't great. I felt so tired all the time. I work like 5 days a week, sometimes 6 a.m. I was a breakfast server at that hotel, and then after 12, I go straight to housekeeping and help. So I would work from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Yeah, and I got paid 260. I think the highest I got was 300,000. That's with overtime. And I was like, no, it's not worth it. Maybe before tax is like 450,000. So what it was like, the breakfast. So I don't have a driver's license that time. So I had to travel from center of Reykjavik to Hafnarfjord. There was like 40 minutes bus. It's difficult during the winters, and during the weekends, the bus actually doesn't operate really early. It actually operates really late, 10 a.m. But that was not really the main reason why I quit. The main reason was like, whenever I call in sick, they made me feel like I wasn't allowed to get sick. Like, no empathy at all. Another reason was like, so imagine this, it was a big hotel. They had two hotels. First one, they had like 60 rooms. And then the other hotel was like maybe 15 rooms in another place. So they drive you there. There's only 4 of us in the housekeeping. And they want us to... I just cannot. Anyway, it's in the past. 4 housekeepers for 60 rooms. Imagine that. It was not worth it for 260 to 300 something thousand K after tax. So I was like, after 3 months, and then they actually didn't want me to just go. They said like, can you just please just stay for, and they asked me what's wrong. I was like, I almost cried because like I hated it. I hated every second of it. So I was like, I don't like the atmosphere here. That's the reason. Of course, I'm not stupid. I already had a job coming up after quitting. I already like maybe the last month I was like looking for another job. I wasn't like nervous or anything losing the job because I already had a job. So the next one, I was a store clerk. Hagkoip, if you know Hagkoip, yeah. If you know, it's like one of the biggest grocery department store in Iceland. I found this job on their website actually. So this time, we moved to another apartment. I wanted to work in a place where it's near our house. I actually got a reply very fast, like the next day. So the salary was not great. But you know, if you think about it, it's a very simple job. You show up, you fill up the cabinets where they put the grocery stuff, and then you clean up your station. That's very simple job. 360,000 before tax. That's before tax. So 230,000 after tax. But what was great about it, I stayed there for like 2.5 years. The people there were great. The managers were really great also. They are fun. They are so nice. And what I loved was like, you know, when there are like a little bit destroyed makeup food that just expired, frozen food, you can get those. Like I would always get free food, free stuff. The reason why I quit was like, yeah, it was not paying the bills. Not because of that also. I found another job. So I was like jumping for the past years. The next job I had was in biopharmaceuticals. So this job was the best one for me. I found this job on their website also. A little background, I'm from the Philippines. I have a degree in pharmacy. So this job was, you know, like closest to what I can get to my degree. So basically, I was working with cells. We scale up that cells from small vials, frozen vials, scale them up in the BSC, biosafety cabinet. After a few days, I scale them up to bigger tanks, like 150 tanks, 100, 500 liters, 2,000 liters. I really love the job. And the salary is really good. Of course, it is a professional job. Before tax, it was like 800,000. So after tax, 550,000 to 600,000. Usually people would get that before tax. But like I quit, it's not because I did not love the job, but because I had my second child. So I felt like I cannot manage because it's a shift work. But of course, I'm also open to going back there if they want me back. But like, overall, it was the best job I had. I was pregnant. I was like in and out of the ER. Right now, I'm in my maternity leave and I actually do a little side job, babysitting job. This is like on call. Like sometimes I work 2 to 3 times a week. So it's actually like not official work. Don't say that to anybody. Gives me a little bit of allowance, and at the same time I have enough time with my kids. So that's all the jobs I've had in Iceland. Looking back at all the jobs that I had, it taught me about the work culture in Iceland. It taught me how is it living in a different country. If you're working in Iceland or plan to work in Iceland, I'd really love to hear about your experience. Thank you for watching. See you next Friday. Bye!